the Sky Ripper. That was our whole deal. We went down the path of the Sky Ripper, found that it's a dangerous weapon, and that even though the chances are 1 in 28, 1 in 128, which means it has, every time you fire it, it's like a 2.75 chance of fucking ripping open the universe and killing it all. It happened.
Yeah.
We forsaked king and country to obtain the device to win over the country, and we we had forsaken our friends. We have unearthed the desert temple path as well, which we believe may grant us arcane power. We shall forsake our rabbit friend again, shall we?
The island was windswept desert. No one went there except ostriches and ostrich hunters. The Iblis Stone. It sounded ominous. It sounded powerful. If the Emperor was searching for it, it must be dangerous. And so, Bernardo went ostrich hunting.
So yes, we're now going ostrich hunting to find the Iblis Stone?
Every child could sing verses about the Sky Ripper, but ancient codices held hints of other things. A stone that ate souls, a ruby that drank blood, a jewel only a righteous man could give away.
A jewel only a righteous man could give away.
The Iblis Stone, long hidden in a buried temple, another ancient item that was only resurfacing now, drawn up from the deeps by the Emperor's horrific rituals. Sometimes, at home, he'd wave his sword around for hours.
But yeah, so we got control is the dash, hold left click to grab, can't do it right now, right click to move around, it's kind of weird, and alt is to shoot our grappling hook shot thing.
You know, ore is pretty heavy to carry.
And we can assemble swords and get gems.
A new sword.
Which I wanted to get the Void Sword. Which I need the Void Essence to get. Void? Please? Void. Yes! Wind Essence, whatever the hell. Now we need 4. I guess we use the fire
sword from the south was terrific for barbecuing sausages and ravens.
Shift.
Bernardo distrusted doors that opened automatically, especially after being buried for millennia. Was this some sort of trap? Ravens were already here, cawing in frustration. They were still searching for a way in. Good. Then he hadn't come too late.
Energy now.
Bernardo felt like he was ready to learn new things.
No.
Thank goodness he didn't have to go to school for that.
Okay, and then we have altars where we spend our skill points, and we've uncovered one truth about the world, which is rather interesting. through enemies. I kind of just want 1 point in that.
Come in handy in a
because
pinch.
fucking want to be able to dash through enemies. Attack until your next. Yeah. And a lot of this game is exploring the off the beaten path. There.
It was in a swirl of newly remembered knowledge.
That's actually
Needed to
really fucking
focus.
cool. Because if you treat it more like a spectacle fighter, you can get more XP.
Instead of just moving everyone off the cliff.
Well, oofing people off cliffs or fucking
I'm sorry, did you just call it oofing?
yes, as well as you just literally going for the kills.
Get this Roblox shit out of here.
I have a flaming sword now.
It wasn't his fault. They looked so...
Okay, why do
Breakable.
I care if your sword's gay?
Hmm?
Why do I care if your sword's gay? Look at who's holding it.
It's on fire.
Yes.
Like, look.
Yeah, I know. I know, but... You said it's flaming.
And it regenerates fucking... Okay, so I clearly get what the game's putting down on that one. So yeah, but I really didn't like that it didn't give me the option whether to use the Skybreaker or not. Like, there was a massive Raven army, and I'm just like, okay, give me the option. Okay, so like, even if it resulted in the game sitting there going, okay, you lose, like you tried your best to fight them and then you died, I would accept that. I'd be like, okay, yeah, I understand that. I couldn't take an army on by myself because I didn't have any weapon of magical power, and I didn't have any way of, you know, defeating them. I get it. Like, this is grounded somewhat in reality. I understand that.
Very big.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is we need fucking 12. Like, I completely get that. And also, now we can open up this. Fire sword! Ugh.
Ooh, what's there?
What's there? Yes. What's this chest? As a gem. And some wind essence. Attack speed gem. Family jewels. Hardy her. There we go. Now we've got one gem in our infinity gauntlet. Attack speed. Which, yes. Oh, we can go through a dangerous path. I like this. Dangerous!
Danger! Watch out!
Hey, that's not polite. Don't call people hoes. Okay, so what's around here exactly? Because there's several paths to go here. This is way fucked up. I guess, well, no. Let me take the fire path. I can go through the fire path now. Let me go for the fire path. What's up here, though? Like, how far can I go over here?
Energy spheres.
Ow.
Easy to dodge, but boy do they sting if you didn't pay attention.
It's just like, are you just gonna stand there and eat shit?
Yup. Eating shit is my deal. I honestly didn't know whether it was gonna hit me or not. I was like, hey, am I standing in the right spot here? Void sword needed.
Let's make sure the door doesn't look back.
Oh god, I held him in front of him, his buddy, for him to hit him. I really need to focus on perfecting and just not fucking... Okay, don't kill them, don't kill them, don't kill them, don't kill them. Don't kill them, don't kill them, don't kill them. Really can't avoid killing them at this point, gotta kill them.
Let's just keep this between us, if you don't mind.
What? That wasn't too bad. Fuck you. Let's just keep this in between us, if you don't mind. Oh, great, you know, just fonts of fire, you know, like you do. That was close. No. Activate the lever.
The Ravens at least could not get past this point. Obviously, the temple builders knew how to deal with tomb raiders.
Yeah, but are they prepared for Lara Croft, though? Running around at the speed of these stairs because someone thinks spiral staircases are cool.
Wait, why did I go Pirates?
Path, thank you. Jeez.
Imagine if you built a house on one of these things. Oh, that would be amazing. It would be like having a boat.
Yes, and we all know people who own boathouses are cool. Not.
You're fucking asshole.
Ow. I literally went into it. I'm the best around. No one's ever gonna get me down. I'm the blue box. This is where I fight the Balrog of Morgoth. This is lava.
No one's ever gonna get you down except yourself.
It was a stone.
There's a stone of purest blackness.
It reflected no light. Like a void made solid.
Nervous, he picked it up.
I can make you mighty. Who said that? It was the stone. Eager. Thirsty.
Oh, okay, that sounds good.
That seemed tempting and terribly wrong. Zenobia was the Emperor's greatest general and a potent witch. But they had been close once, and Renato wasn't sure he really wanted to be Emperor. Why not capture the core of Sky Ripper instead? It was the eye of a lost god torn out by the transcendent Emperor to power his greatest weapon. Go to the core, said the stone anxiously.
I don't know, Core. I think you should go fuck yourself. Just a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was promised great power.
I'd say we killed the cat.
Man. But could Renato really kill Zenobia even if she wasn't an Empress? Renato could. Yeah, but why is the Iblis Stone afraid of the core?
I mean, we probably know why.
But we don't have the armature.
Yeah, but even without the armature,
But we can't assemble the weapon, we can't destroy the universe.
I'm assuming the stone's going to be even more unstable without the armature, making your odds of successfully using it without destroying the universe even slimmer.
The stone bothered him. He hated being told what to do. Wasn't that why he joined the rebellion? Wasn't that why he'd refused to be a soldier? He'd agreed to come on board only if he could freelance. The stone felt a bit clingy. The sage Calaveras had told him where to find the Sky Ripper. A weapon capable of challenging the gods. Even without its armature, the core would still possess great power. He would go there.
So this whole quest to get this stone thing was pointless?
No, the stone's gonna still talk to us.
Oh. Okay.
Also, we don't have the armature, so we get to figure out what it does without the core. I mean, with the without the armature.
Yeah, without Armin.
Yeah,
The
armor.
moment he landed the Farfarer,
That was just core.
Renato had a rare feeling of regret. It's not too late, he thought. He could turn around and
Right,
search
we could
for
still
Zenobia.
kill our
He
girlfriend, sure.
frowned.
He had a feeling of
Wait a
regret.
minute. He didn't want to kill Zenobia, did he? Sure, technically she was the enemy,
Sword
but
Fu
they'd been at Sword
School.
Fu School together. They'd never been lovers, but somehow they'd been closer. She'd told him every secret about herself. Except the biggest one.
That she was
That
the
she
Emperor's
was the
daughter.
Emperor's daughter. No. Kill Zenobia, whispered the stone. Before it's too late.
I don't know, Crystal seems to know something. I trust it.
Yeah, the fucking Chaos Stone. Of course you can't trust the fucking Chaos Stone.
I'm sorry, the other stone blew up the universe.
The other stone's an asshole.
I'm more inclined to side with the thing that's scared of the stone that blows up the universe.
Yeah, but that's it.
One out of
Okay, then hey, Zenobia is also scared of the stone that blows up the universe. So shouldn't we go with her
No,
and not kill her?
she's the enemy. Shows her. She would be your sword fool.
Oh my god, does this look cool?
Yeah, as opposed to just booting everyone off the cliff.
No, but it didn't look cool before in the sense that it was doing glinting effects. And
Oh, no.
before it wasn't doing that. I wasn't activating it.
Oh.
See that meter up there?
Oh.
I wasn't using it.
No, it didn't make sense.
It was just looking cool.
There
I guess because I was doing my
something
power, like those
sour
consecutive
in the
attacks
air.
thing.
Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time. He was practically sure he'd find something useful in one of these things.
He was very sure because the game had been rewarding him for breaking open shit.
You almost never saw wild gogglers together like this. The toads had to train them not to peck each other to death.
So
these
gogglers
to be imperial
peck
gogglers.
themselves.
That
peck
meant
each other
ravens
to
were up
death.
ahead.
And these are imperial gogglers, which means
These things really
Ravens
slice
are
like
up ahead.
ham.
interesting.
The stone hadn't lied about what it could do for him. With each raven he cut down, he felt a jolt of power flowing into his arm.
So are you watching?
Whispered the stone. The core will kill you. Are you
You know, it's not
afraid
wrong.
of it?
But it said it's also feeding me
chuckled.
power for killing a raven.
It's unstable. It will poison you if so much as carry it. And if you try to use it, it will explode catastrophically. Renato did not trust rocks that talked in his head. He went onwards.
I don't trust rocks that
Although
talk.
that is a good rule of thumb, don't trust rocks that talk in your head.
I generally don't trust rocks that talk in my head.
Yeah, good rule. of thumb.
It's not a good idea. So what exactly is all around here? Yeah, we definitely want to go this way because it's a return pad.
Renato wondered idly if people who had built these poles had really, really long tentacles.
Ronaldo, dude. People who built these had really long tentacles. Much more experience. Also, one of these chests.
Rocks.
Elemental resistance. I mean, I don't trust pads that I step on that suddenly teleport me either, but we've had to kind of put aside that difference. I'm good at finding
It was
things.
time to make a new sword.
Except when you're not.
What are you talking about? What does this do?
Of course there was a puzzle. You couldn't expect the Transcendent Emperor to bury a god's eye in a leather sack where anyone could pick it up.
I mean, I could just skip past a lot of this.
Yeah.
Like, just go... Like, big fucking whoop. Oh no, I took a little bit of damage too.
Crap work.
As for the gate,
Mildly
Well.
inconvenience you.
you could take her or leave her. Sorry.
As for the gate, he
That's
could
what
take
I
her
do.
or leave her. Fuck you. Fuck you and your pun. Anyways. There we go. Do we have anything? I just took that because I wanted to dash through enemies. It's like getting phase boots. Just wanted to be able to go through. I don't know. Technically, I could kind of use that, but using hook mid-combat is kind of iffy. I much more prefer when I grab one of them, turn him, face him, and if the shield guy, you know, caught up to me, he attacks the guy I'm holding rather than... Yeah, so I think we'll go with this. Oh, we don't have any XP. I do. It's really hard to tell for me if I actually have XP or not. Stab. Or I have a point or not. Because I often don't spend that many points. Enemies? Enemies. There they are. Okay, grab you, put you in front of them, grab you, throw that.
Bernardo wondered
That
if
was
he
cool.
could learn to cook this way. Probably not.
Bernardo wondered if he could learn to cook this way. Probably not. How the fuck would you cook like that? Well, I guess you could zip around the kitchen. By the way, the thing that's allowing me to zip around is that whole combo thing. Anyways, core!
As
Also,
he
I love how-
approached the core, the stone became hysterical.
No, it's too much power!
He had a sudden vision of plunging his gauntlet into the core and dying in anguish. That wasn't his vision, was it? The stone had sent him its darkest fears, hadn't it? He
We're
had
gonna
a sudden
die.
impulse to do exactly that. He raised his right fist and plunged it into the core. There was a rush of light. He thought he could hear the stone screaming. And then he passed out. When Ronaldo came to, the core was gone. But the Iblis stone was no longer black, but glowing with a blue light.
Ha!
And it was silent.
Wrecked!
I can't hear you, he sang out. And you? It didn't answer. Ha!
Ah.
He said. He had defeated the demonic gem with the power of his mind. He felt invincible.
Oh, no.
It was time to attack the Imperial outpost on the Nexus. Take the battle to the enemy. But among the huge crystals, there was also an observatory. A wise man would probably ask the scientists exactly what he had first. How wise was he?
Should we ask the frogs again? Last time they told us we would blow ourselves up and it didn't really seem to matter.
Yeah, fuck 'em.
I don't know, it would be wise to understand what we had done, but they did say that any time delaying the war, delaying the final battle was really bad.
As the Farfarer sailed towards the Nexus, Bernardo wondered if the core had been created to silence the stone, or even to feed its hunger. Honestly, he didn't care. He felt terrific, and he appreciated the quiet inside his head.
We've got the God Gauntlet. Let's rock. And we're going to take the fight to the enemy so that we don't have to fight the final battle on their terms. We're going to preemptively strike, take them out, and then when they go to fight us, they'll be at half strength or something.
The Nexus was infested with ravens, but that didn't bother Renato. With each death, the converted Iblis stone in his gauntlets glowed brighter, and he felt stronger.
Yep.
Wow.
Converted Iblis
He
stone.
was getting a bit bloodthirsty, wasn't he? Well,
No, never. We're not getting
he was a
bloodthirsty.
warrior.
What are you talking
They're
about?
supposed to be bloodthirsty.
We're not getting bloodthirsty. You're crazy. Shut up.
No, you're crazy.
All these things about doing damage, I just kind of like think about like, well, combo-wise, won't it make it harder to combo if we do more damage?
Good thing Renato didn't have vertigo.
Right? This is the right way to go, or what? Because I kind of want to go the opposite of the right way to go. Right, why do you keep breaking stones? Exactly. You gave me ore. There's a path back there.
That was always a rush.
See, I think following this light is a bad idea, to be honest. No, there's lights everywhere. What do you think? 'Cause there's lights everywhere. And there's lights the other way, too.
So I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah. Damn, didn't get the perfect because for some reason I dashed like exactly in the spot I was standing for some reason. That would have been like 1,200 roughly. Damn it. I think about it and do stuff before actually thinking about it. Where the hell is this even?
The core, absorbed in the stone, was doing its job perfectly. Bernardo could feel a little eldritch jolt every time he downed a raven, but then it flowed into the glowing stone the way water flows down a riverbed. It all felt perfectly natural, as if all his life, this was what he had been meant to do.
The stone is basically turning me into a bloodthirsty killer, from what I can tell.
Cool.
Not cool.
Hey, a workbench! He could try out his new bling.
No. Gem. Sure. get there. The hell are you? Yes, yes, yes. Tell me what it is. Watch out for explosive ravens. When hit or thrown, they will explode after a few seconds. Use them to your advantage. So you mean like this? Okay, maybe not so
Maybe
close.
if we weren't standing so close.
It was the situation the game gave me. I blame the
Yeah, I
game.
know. Yeah,
That's really bad.
that was
Renato tore through the last remaining guards at the outpost like hot coffee through snow.
Hot
there was a
coffee
far
through
speaker
snow.
toad here.
I
He
guess
called
that
the
would
counter
work.
speaker. He knew she would be thrilled. And she was. She wanted him to come back to base. They had plans to discuss.
A medal
and
to give him,
to
and
give
a
him.
large golden
a
medal.
large golden medal.
Ah.
Great, said Renato. Let's talk about who else I can kill.
Um.
Then the far speaker croaked again.
Hello, Renato.
It said,
If you get sick of slaughtering second-rate birds in the Nexus, I'm waiting for you in the mountains.
Zenobia, the witch, taunting him. With the stone, he'd finally be her match.
I don't want to kill her though. The whole point was not to
Okay.
kill. Ricardo was becoming a powerhouse. He was ready to fight but then Zenobia sent him an open invitation into a trap. Of course, it was desperate to attempt to distract him from his mission. He had the power to save the rebellion. He would do just that. No, we're not killing her.
Zenobia
Nice
was
to the
taunting
bitch.
him. No doubt she hoped to lure him into a trap. Well, he was nobody's sucker. Especially not hers. He carried victory in his gauntlet.
The Infinity
Even though
Gauntlet.
The council pointed him.
I almost wanted to go to Zenobia just so that we could talk. But every time it's like, yeah, let's talk. It's like, nah, murder. I'm like, no, let's not murder her. Even the first choice is like, yeah, we could face her now. It's like, why
As
face
he
her?
set foot on the island,
I don't want to murder her. I
Renato
want to
felt
talk to her. Maybe beat her up and then
energized,
talk.
like when he was hunting or dancing. Then he smelt it. The stench of ravens. It was a good thing he was here too, before they tripped over the secret base. He was really saving the council toad's bacon, so to speak.
Destroy us all.
If
Destroy
they
us all.
didn't want their things broken, they really ought to make
Oh,
them
that's
stronger.
4. I need that. Yeah, look at that mana go flying off the edge, by the way. You see that? That mana berry thing going way off the edge. I'm stuck. There you go. There goes mana berry. Hey man, if I need a mana, there it goes. Off the edge.
What could he craft with the materials he had? Renato had a pretty good idea, actually.
Okay, so this is good so far. Yeah, no, I don't like you. I think that's what I'll do with those guys in the future. Just off the edge, goodbye, thanks.
Renato
Void
wondered if
sword.
his future self had commissioned these poles.
Wondered if his future self would commission these poles. That's it's kind of a creepy thought, to be honest. So we can keep going the purple path, or we could go down here. Fight? Yep, fight. So grab this guy, throw him there. Damn it. Okay, I'm trying to grab you and put you in your place. There. Not perfect, but whatever. You can do better next time.
Renato was a hero of the revolution. He deserved a medal.
Oh, and I've been
Soon,
locked
he
out from the
deserved
other area.
every medal they had, and hopefully one big medal ceremony in front of everybody with trumpets so everyone could know what he'd accomplished.
Game's
Ronaldo.
talking an awful lot about medals.
Renardo's getting a fucking ego.
That head, yes.
These things could really use a hand.
How did you chop it in half from the back from the side?
I don't like this. Not at all.
The long stairs. So he was close to the rebel base. Nothing was on fire.
Well, nothing's on fire.
So far, so good.
Yeah, but there's just ravens.
No. I'll see you were about to.
He smelt burnt fur.
I was stunned for so long after that explosion. I'm serious. I was stunned for ages after that explosion. That was so bad. I just opened something. I don't know what. I think it was fucking... Yeah, I think it was the music library.
No.
I clicked like below the window and it just... I opened something? Alright, just activate mysterious stones that present themselves, eh? Okay, but how do I know this isn't a trap?
Inside the rebel base, Renato was invited to the council speaker's private chambers. So, this is the Iblis stone? He said. I can feel its power. Renato told her how he had fed the core to the stone and made something even more useful than either. Crazy like a fox, she croaked. And Renato chuckled as if he'd never heard the joke before. We've given you the best quarters and a bottle of Tantalonian firewater. All for you. So they'd remembered. He woke in the morning with the sweetest of hangovers. But the Iblis stone was gone from his gauntlet.
They took it!
The corridors
Oh,
were
fuck.
empty, except for a few rebels who looked just as hungover as him. Come on, you'll miss the battle, they yelled. Renato added sail as the Farfarer scudded across the sky. Who could have taken the Iblis stone? Was it some Imperial spy? He would find him, and kill him, and take the stone back.
That's awful bloodthirsty. So now we're fighting the fucking Imperium again. With no stone. Why do you want me to murder the cat so much?
This fucker.
Why?
The enemy. Just to make it clear, I don't hate
Renato
her
had a
any more than
bad
the
taste
average
in his
Raven
mouth.
soldier, but
He was
they're all
killing
equal,
ravens,
so
but
he almost
it wasn't fun. It felt like a
Freedom.
chore. Oh, Renato hated chores. As a fox kid, he'd gone hungry rather than clean his room. He still didn't clean his room, he just moved house every few years. Who had the Iblis stone anyway? Up ahead, he could hear screaming.
Oh, by the way,
and
killing's no longer
croaking and
fun,
cawing.
apparently.
But who was winning?
Huh.
So killing's no longer fun for our fox boy. Which is good. Now a chore. And apparently our fox boy never does chores. Void room thing.
Hoped his hook didn't break.
Hoped his hook didn't break. That was kind of lucky on the other part where I latched onto the dude that I couldn't see.
Renato felt ready to become faster.
That was really good.
Stronger, bolder. If only he could figure out which.
That was really good. Like that was solid combat. Let's do the grapple thing. Because it's becoming quite the chore to actually find somebody to grapple and throw. Break all
Once,
boxes
he
because
found
you
a
have
Superman
to.
issue #1 in mint condition in a jar he'd broken.
Superman
Planned to
issue
keep
number
breaking
1,
things until he had
huh?
the whole series.
In mint condition, in a jar he'd broken. I'm sorry, but doesn't that just kind of break every bit of immersion in the world?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Superman mint issue number 1. So there's Superman in this universe, huh? And we're not gonna make the same mistake we made last time, which is we're gonna go through here, gonna open this thing, get all the ore, but we're also gonna go over here, which we're not gonna touch that thing, and we're gonna open up these boxes.
Maybe you'll find another Superman comic.
Stop that. No void stone. Back we go. Not perfect, but it'll do.
And I was just getting warmed up, he thought.
I zipped away, I just hit it and zipped away instead of actually fighting it. No, damn it. I lunged towards it. I didn't mean to do that. I like the slowdown. The slowdown's pretty nice. But yeah, fucking... It's hard with the one that explodes because you have to counter its attack and then you also have to, you know, avoid it. But if you hit it again, it explodes, so
There
it's
was an
kind of...
inscription on the platform.
There was an inscription on the pod.
Lessons.
Balaleka
With an
lessons with an address. What the hell's Balaleka?
Alright, so... That's kind of a Russian thing.
wasn't making a dent in those shields.
No, because he was trying to do the grapple hook thing that he learned. The fuck was the point? I was trying to grapple. I was trying to grapple the dude's shield and it was like, nah. Fuck, 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 fuck. Okay, the cannon's changed. Fucking, fuck. Yeah, they changed. The rhythm is all off and they fire different shots too. That's fucked.
As he ran forward, Renato noticed that some ravens were starting to
What?
ignore him.
As he ran,
Just
Renato noticed
running
some
away.
ravens just
Who are they
running
running from? Some hero of the revolution? If some other so-called hero of the revolution had the stone and tried to take his victory and his medals,
Renato was going to be seriously pissed off.
He was the hero, not some other bozo.
Last time I went on the second ship. Let's try the third ship. Hiya!
Okay, let's get this over with and we can all go home. Well, not you, just me.
There's that warlock. Perfect? Yep, perfect. We're doing stuff. More enemies? Yep. That's rather troublesome.
Those sheaves were really very well made, weren't they?
Damn. Why is that not working though? Like you're supposed to latch onto the fucking shield, but I can't. Just kill me. Just.
Can I borrow that?
Okay, so I'm supposed to hit him, then let him go. Okay, so hit me, kill me. Go for it. They're still gonna kill you almost immediately, though. God damn it, let go! I didn't even mean to grab him. Okay, just kill him. I didn't mean to grab him or anything. That was weird. I went to speed past him and it grabbed him. Okay, so let's...
I'm sorry. Was that your shield?
Poor performance by me. Quite a bit. Shield enemies. Figuring out stuff.
There was an inscription. Praised the sun.
Oh, fuck off. Stupid fucking Dark Souls fanboys. Like, Dark Souls fans, you're fine. Just being fanatic and a fanboy is the problem. Okay. Farther than we got before. Some of the ravens are ignoring us, remember? Why? Yeah, what is he? Yeah, just getting buffing the news. Okay. A welcoming party. That's odd. Can't go there. Can't go anywhere else but in.
Finally, Renato came to the Emperor's ship. Zenobia
Rama and the
lay
Shining
dead
Stone.
in front of it. The ship was a wreck. Ravens lay dead, sprawled everywhere.
Zenobia was dead.
Bloody feathers spattered across the deck and the dock. The council speaker came out. She was waving a sword around like a flag. "Look at me, Renato!" she croaked. The Iblis stone on the sword was black as coal. "Now I will be Empress, and all shall tremble before me," she croaked. So the stone had her.
Right.
It was in her brain, whining for blood. "I'm afraid I can't allow that," said Renato, and moved to fight her. Toads are not usually good with swords. Something about the footwork. And the council speaker was not even a warrior. She was always tripping over things, which is quite an impressive achievement when you're a toad. Yet somehow, she was pressing Renato backwards as he desperately tried to keep her sword away from his throat. "Look, why don't you keep the stone?" he asked. "You deserve it." "Blood and souls for Iblis," she croaked. "Blood and souls." She got under his guard with her sword. It was just the tip. But sometimes just the tip is enough. He could feel his soul being sucked into the stone. As he died, he felt embarrassed more than anything else. Renato stared at the book. He was still alive. Again. And still only flying away from burning Ubar. Had he lived that adventure? Or only dreamt it? Had he really died? It felt so real, not like a dream at all. And he'd lost again. Oh, he hated that. But he had made different choices. And he'd lost in a different way. It was the book, wasn't it? Oracles showed you your destiny. But this was showing him different ways he could die miserably. Thanks a bunch, book, he thought. But these were destinies that he did not have to fulfill. But he'd learned another true thing. The Iblis stone was evil. It would try to corrupt anyone who used it.
Right. And that's where we'll stop for now. This was a free game on Steam for a limited time. I don't know if it's still free or by the time you'll see this video. I'll upload this today. But I don't know if it'll still be free. It's a permanent free copy on Steam. It's a interactive novel, kind of, but with some combat and some crafting, and it's interesting. I actually kind of find it quite fun. The stories are definitely well crafted. Anyways, pick it up if you can, I suppose. You know, free shit. For no cost. Or is there?